Hello there, and welcome to the Natalie
and Dennis
Show
podcast.
Welcome back, folks, to episode 4.
Coming at you live from Atlanta, Georgia.
What was that thing? Oh no, Emma.
Oh no, condensation.
Today's episode features us trying to speak every single language.
No, we're just vibing.
This is our second episode of the day, but episode 4.
Episode 4.
We're very
Return of the
excited
Jedi.
to be here, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, to the 2 people out in the crowd. Thank you for being here on our show.
And the one random Star Wars fan that understood my reference.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I will accept a Grammy for the N&D podcast.
So right here, I have my little glass cup. We are over on YouTube if you want to see the visuals.
If we ever got a streamies for this show, would you accept it?
Hell yeah. Even though I don't like the streamings, but I'll accept it. I'll take it. I'm having a very refreshing little drink. Oh my God.
That's way too much.
You know what? Let's go for it, girl.
0 calories.
Let's do it.
0 calories.
This is a sparkling ice, black raspberry, 0 sugar.
Sorry, my tablet is in the way. There we go.
All right, honey, let's get it together. So what's the show about today? What are we doing?
We got all sorts of stuff.
Cheers.
It's a fun day. It's a variety show. Oh, cheers with my phone.
With your coffee, honey.
No, oh my God, whatever. Boom.
Today's date night, guys, by the way. Happy
This
Friday.
Is a new brand of coffee that I recently found out about. It's called Busy or Blizzy or whatever. It's phenomenal. Not even sponsored. Maybe one day. Along with Prime. It's the last episode. Whatever. Okay, moving on. How was your week, Natalie?
My week has been really nice. We just finished filming another episode. Today's date night, which is going to be fun. You promised you wouldn't be up staying, playing with the boys. Sorry, David.
I might change that up a little bit. We'll see.
What does David have to say about that?
The boys playing Call of Duty.
I'm gonna cry.
Cry. So today's date night.
It's date night. Yeah.
I really want to go out to eat, but Dennis is like, we grocery shopped a lot. We also started budgeting, you guys, which has been really fun.
Oof.
It's been fun.
If you guys wait, let me just cut in real quick because I don't want you to give too much into that. But if you guys want to find out how we budget, that'd be great for episode 5. I've actually been looking for a topic for episode 5. So budgeting.
People would want to do that?
Yeah.
People would want to know how we budget.
Yes.
And how I cash stuff my envelopes.
And how kind of off put I was about it and how I didn't like it. And I don't want to say I love it, but it makes me more secure about our future.
My wallet's awesome, guys. I need to show you my wallet. It's like a whole thing. It's organized. It's a binder. It's cute. It has little envelopes.
You can bring it on the show in the next episode.
Maybe that's a good idea.
So if you want to see episode 5 on YouTube so you can see her binder and she can show you all the little flaps, go and subscribe to Natalie and Dennis Show.
The little flap sounds a little R-rated, but
no.
While you're at it.
Little flaps.
Little flaps. While you're at it, make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. We are on Spotify and Apple. What?
No, I just thought of a TikTok I watched. It's crazy.
Anyways, and give us a 5-star rating if you like what you're hearing. All right, tell me your idea.
So I didn't know, but people can get their flaps removed.
What do you mean?
Vaginal flaps. Did you know that?
No, we're going there?
Oh, yes. So
wait, why?
No. Okay, I gotta get in this.
Where do you get this info?
Because in the last one, it's crazy.
In the last one, you told me some weird stuff that I'm like, where are you in the internet?
Episode 3, go check it out. Anyways. Okay, this girl went out of the country.
Okay.
And she got like her womanhood trimmed.
How? Why?
I guess her roast beef was like abundant.
Oh, Baba, don't say that. Roast beef. You're saying that because we recently did this video where I tested out the Skims micro thong, and in the comments, somebody was like roast beef. So now he's saying roast beef, but please excuse my husband for saying this.
So her roast beef was abundant, and I guess it might have like bothered her in terms of like how she felt about herself.
You know what's crazy is, there is like, whatever. I don't know where I was going.
She went out of the country.
Yeah.
Got it fixed. How painful. She got like ice bags down there. Right. And so it's a skit, the one that I watched. It was somebody that actually stitched with her. Wait, this is like the funny part. So he comes in, this guy that's stitching, it's a green screen, and he's like chopping at it like he's the surgeon. Mm-hmm. And then he's asking his like instructor, I mean, not instructors, his like, fake surgical assistants, because it's a green screen. If she signed section 6 of the, what do you call it? Document, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they said yes. And he's like, oh yeah, that's great. That's great. And then he gets like a piece of actual roast beef, and he eats it.
What the fuck?
It was wild. Okay, it was so crazy.
What the hell is going on in this episode? What?
But okay.
That's wild.
No. Like, I already had something planned, but I want to actually continue with this topic, but not about roast beef.
Oh.
So I recently found out that hair transplant in Turkey is big.
For men?
For men.
Interesting.
Ridiculous.
What do you mean by big? It's a big business.
Big for travel, big for tourism in Turkey.
Interesting. And so that's the one where they take the butthole hair and they put it on the head?
Natalie.
Yeah.
Did you just say hole?
Sorry. We were talking about buttholes in the last episode, so it's running over. Where you take the butt hairs and you put it on your head?
Yeah, it's like butt cheek hairs.
Got it.
Okay. So did you know that it actually costs between $20,000 and $50,000 to get a hair transplant here in the US?
I can imagine.
And that it doesn't always look good.
Ooh, that must be terrible.
You know how much it costs in Turkey?
How much?
$2,000.
Oh my God. But what's the risks?
None.
None? It's just
good surgeons.
Man, it reminds me of when I went and got my boobs done in Colombia. I no longer have them, everyone. These are the little goodies,
titty bitties,
the itty bitty titties.
So anyways, there's a lot of men.
Wow, you just cut me off. I was trying to give an example how I went to Colombia to get mine done because it was cheaper. Thank you very much. Well, here it would have been over $20,000 or $15,000.
But over there, it was $3,000 and stuff. No,
like yeah. I would never do it again.
Anyways, there's a lot of men that are apparently taking their friends and going on bachelor parties, like with their homies
to Turkey,
and they're all getting transplants. That's crazy.
Wow, sounds horrible.
Hair transplant travel.
Because I've seen those videos and they are painful. Like, it looks so horrible.
Poor.
It's so
by
sad.
Poor.
Yeah. Like, by sad, I mean it looks so painful. It's crazy.
So this person in the comments mentioned how they went to Turkey on a vacation, and that more than half the people at the airport were older men with hair transplants.
Oh my God. So it's becoming a thing.
It's a big business in Turkey, and it's making them a lot of bank.
Interesting. Well, there you go. My weave is coming off.
So I personally...
Tell me. Wait, can I just tell you guys something? How Dennis has the audacity to pull on my hair at Sam's, and this shit comes off barely. Like, I was like, I'm wearing my thing,
I'd forgotten.
I just bought this $10 Amazon thing, and it's starting to look like it's $10.
Link is down below.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've never considered being a hair transplant surgeon. I've never considered any other job because I've always been a YouTuber, technically with you, right?
But you didn't go to school.
I went to school. I did my biomed. I did all my other stuff.
I like to mention that because it's just so different than what you do now that it's like nobody would guess.
That's kind of like the route I want to take this next conversation. But before that, what is your word for the year?
My word for the year is authenticity.
Can you explain your reasoning?
I feel like I just want to really love and be the person that I am. Like that's all what it's all about. The things that I love, my values, like everything. I think there's so much of me that I always try to hide and it hinders me, I
kind of agree and disagree with what you're just saying because I do think you're very authentic.
Really?
I don't think you put on a show. You're not like
I think YouTube
different.
Makes me feel like I put on a show because I have created this persona, right? That is different in my opinion. Like it's still me, but it's not me. And everybody kind of has a little bit of that. And I think people are lying. The people that are like, oh, I'm the same person offline as I am online. Like, no, you're not. You're different. You're different. You're gonna be different with your mom versus like with your significant other, but still carry some of that.
I think it's like your real personality, but cranked up to like 10. Like
on
like,
YouTube.
Yes, like in general, like
sure.
Everybody that's on camera, everybody that's like knows they're being watched, they up their actual character.
But the thing is, you can also fall into the trap of being that person for too long, and that's where I think it can get really negative.
Yeah.
So what's your word of the year?
My word for the year. I haven't actually thought about that. That question was literally just for you. I didn't even like prepare one.
David, what's your word of the year? Tu palabra del año. ¿Cuál es tu palabra?
Tiny.
Tiny.
No, he just learned that word in English class. Amazing. If only he knew. Just kidding.
I love how there's people ringing our doorbell all damn day.
What is up with that? We really got to turn that off when we record.
I don't understand it. Anyways, my word for the year is health. And the sucky thing is that it's been health for the past 2 years.
It's not a sucky thing.
Still trying to get better.
You've been going through like you're healing your knee. You're doing great. You ran. Like, come on. For those of you that don't know, Dennis got a meniscus surgery.
We've talked about it in the past 4 episodes. Let's move on. It's just health.
All right, everybody.
We got to move past that.
I want to know why
like
that
your titty bitties.
Tiny. Tiny.
I just think it sounds good. And that's it.
Show me your shirt. Show me your shirt. You got to do it like last time. Wait, David, did you come to this episode dressed exactly the same as last time?
Oh my God, honey.
I want to create a
persona.
Oh, I like it.
That's cool.
Wait, good job. Good. That's good. Okay, so what are the topics for today's show?
Okay, so in general, moving on into like what I had originally planned into leading into, YouTube has always been our job. And I'm extremely curious as to what life would have looked like for us if we had never been on the platform.
Oh my God. I was driving this morning back from the gym saying, thank you, God, for everything you have given me, because I just feel like sometimes I think I can be ungrateful in the way that I'm like, oh, I wish the platform was the same, or, oh, I wish so-and-so I could have done this, but it's like what I was granted was such a monumental thing. It's helped me. It's helped you. It's helped my parents. It's helped family members. Like, this business has been really lucrative and incredible for us. And it continues to grow and be abundant. Really. That should be the word.
I would be in a lab pipetting. You know what pipetting means?
No.
Pipetting is just...
And you'd probably
chemicals and stuff.
You'd probably be waking up at like 3 a.m. while I'm sleeping and having my beauty.
I don't think I would have gone like full on doctor. I probably would have stopped at like lab or something. No, what would you have done?
What would I have done? I still love things in business. I would have done something with marketing for sure. I would have probably been the people now writing to influencers being like, hey, do you want to promote this brand? Hey, do you like this? Like I would have done something like that. Or what else would I have done? Oh, I was a lost soul in school. I didn't know what the hell I had to do. I switched majors every day, like everything, nutrition. Then I went to graphic design. Then I went into business. Then I had no idea what I wanted to do.
Got it. Like I said, I would have probably ended up in the science field somewhere, which sucks because nowadays it doesn't pay very well. No job pays very well.
It doesn't pay well?
I don't feel like any job pays good anymore.
The science field doesn't pay well now?
No. Unless you're like super up there and you have your own lab or whatever. But even that, like it's not for the amount of work.
I don't worry really for the future, but it does make me wonder what the butterfly effect, if you will be of people whenever they see someone on TikTok be like, oh my God, I just made $50,000 and you're a lawyer. What are you doing? Like what is that making everybody think now? And now everybody's being an influencer. And so that's interesting. It's like a whole world of people trying to influence each other.
It was interesting because I was watching a TikTok from some girl and she was like, I'm an influencer. I'm a like content creator. And then I was like, how many subs does it take for you to label yourself as a content creator? Are you a content creator just because someone uploads like consistently? Is someone a content creator because they can like sustain their life based on like the videos and stuff that they do? Like,
I think you define that, to be honest, because I think that like even I feel like a fraud when I'm like, this is what I do. Like, I'm like, what? Like, it's weird to say that that's what I do as well. So I don't know. Like, I always still feel like a little imposter.
Have you ever written a resume?
Of course I have. Yeah.
I haven't.
You never wrote a resume.
Never.
I'm pretty sure I helped you with one.
No. So I like literally went to like Staples and bought resume paper because there's like special resume paper.
Really? I didn't know that. Damn.
Yes.
Now everything's digital, so I don't think that would matter very much.
So I bought resume paper and it's like, it has texture. It's like really nice.
Oh, I could see how that would make you stand out.
And then like I bought like this plastic sleeve, right? Like you would put it in it and then it was like nice, right? And they had like a colored border. It's really nice, right? And then just resumes in general just never really like stood out to me, or were always so complicated. They were like, never put in your education if you like got out of school in the last year, or like, you know, like there were so many stipulations as to like what you could put in there. And I had no experience. What the hell am I going to put on a resume?
I'd love to know from you guys if resumes are now digital, or if like, is it now a PowerPoint presentation where it's like, it has to be all jazzy, or like, what does it look like? Is it still
from my understanding, like, let's say you want to work at Target, right? So you have to go and then you go to Target and they direct you to their website. No one's going to like give you a resume in paper, right? On like, or a job application, right? So you'll go online and then you'll fill out, and then it'll ask you to upload your resume. You'll upload your resume, and then it'll ask you the same exact questions, but like in a multiple choice kind of way. Mm-hmm. So basically they make you do it twice, or maybe even sometimes 3 times. And then you have to it's so complicated. Getting a job is hard. I think it's really difficult. We're very fortunate.
We're very fortunate, but at the same time, we didn't create a job, but we fell into a job that didn't really have a blueprint. And so I think that could also be very difficult at times. So yeah. What is the topic for today? Let's go into some of the other little gritty things.
All right. So in this next segment, David, you want to hit me with some music, please? Yeah. I like that song. That's a good one right there. What are some red flags in an interview that reveals that the job is toxic?
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I have a cousin that loves afternoon work activities, right? Some of
afternoon work activities. Explain.
Exactly. Some of which are required. So like, let's all go out to eat together. Yeah.
No.
I'm done at 5.
No.
I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to see you. No thanks. Love you at work. That's it.
It's a part of the job.
So like, there's like certain things
they expected.
It's like bonding activities. So if you're going to bond, let me bond at work hours. I don't want to be bonding after. Done. That's a red flag.
That's, no, not really. I mean, like, so I think jobs that require that kind of stuff for you, I feel like they want you to bond. And like,
bonding is nice. Let's do it during work.
Yeah, I know. Right? I agree. That's true. That's overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah, a little bit too much. What about you? What are some red flags that you'd be like, absolutely no, I'm not working for you?
I think if the job doesn't want to talk about pay prior to hiring you, that's a red flag.
Interesting. So like how far in, like interview 1, interview 2? Like,
first interview. First of all, jobs that expect you to just work for free, or like that you're there to like make the company better. Like that's no one works to make any other company better. Like you work to get paid. Like that we wouldn't be here if he was getting paid. Like we have to be honest. I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. Like we all work for money.
But I have to disagree with that, because I feel like if you're really passionate about something and you want to get your foot in the door, I would work for free just to like, like there has to be passion involved. But of course I want to get paid, I've seen too many situations in which like, okay, there's a magazine. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying this is what I would do if I want to get my foot in the door.
But I'm giving you an example. Let's say Vogue or a magazine hires you to write stories, and then you say, hey, what about my pay? And then they'll be like, write for us for the next 4 months and then we'll discuss pay. Are you going to work for free for the next 4 months?
Not for the next 4 months, but I do feel like there is some kind of expectation nowadays with people where it's like that it's like given. And I don't think it should be like that.
So
either.
They're supposed to do that plus another job because they need money, because they need to pay rent and they need to pay for food. Right?
I think that's super touchy. But like personally speaking, like if I was in that situation and I wanted to get my foot in the door and I really wanted that, I would do it for free.
And it required the same amount of time and effort as a normal job.
I know you're not going to believe me, but I'm telling you.
How would you survive?
Well, yes, that's a good point. Valid. I'm thinking like I'm young. I'm still living with my parents. I have that like financial aid assistance type of thing.
You're giving circumstances in which you're capable of doing something like that.
Yeah. It's hard to generalize for everybody. right?
I'm talking like
if you're much older, you're in a different situation, you have kids. Yes, obviously there's that. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is like, for example, Kim Kardashian, right? She got a lot of shit for that one thing that she's like, get your fucking ass up and work. It feels like nobody wants to work these days, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw an interview where she was explaining why she said that. And so she said that whole week she had been having interviews with a bunch of people, and specifically the younger kids that came in to work for her were like, they had all these stipulations. They were like, hey, I don't want to work at this time. Like they were making their own hours. And she's like, this is a job. Like this is what's required. So I think sometimes, not the employers, the other way around. What would you call it? The
employees, the employers,
the people who are wanting the job. What the hell is the name of that?
Yeah. The expected employee.
The expected employee. I think at times they're setting really high standards for different businesses. And I only speak to that because I'm on the other side hiring people, you know?
I still believe Kim Kardashian would pay for those people though.
Would pay?
I'm saying like borderline pay. Like you need to get paid.
Yes, I agree.
For any job. No, I'm just saying like in general.
I'm just speaking to in that situation with Vogue. And if you want to get your foot in the door, sometimes it does require that. No. And you're going to say no, but
I'm just not going to agree.
But I'll tell you why, because I've done that in the past and I've been able to get my foot in the door by doing it like that. Like for example, take a brand, right? Let's say they want 3 assets. Different. It's not that different. Let's say they want 3 assets, right? I'm going to give them 6. Why? Because guess what? That brand is going to come back to me and give me a year-long sponsorship next time because it's happened Natalie, before.
But like, okay, let's just example Prime. In the past podcast, they were there.
Can we stop talking about Prime? They're not sponsoring.
No. It's an example. Yeah, but like, okay, Apple. Like, I'm using an iPad. Like, I'm not thinking of all of this and this is free and like all this whatever. Like, I'm just actively using it. But like, you know, on stories we post products that we like and we're not getting paid and who cares?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it's like, but we're still having income. It's difficult. I don't know. Personally, for me, I'm not going to work for anybody. Don't care about experience or whatever if it's for free, because it's basic human needs. That's a lie. It's basic human needs.
Because you worked for me for free for like a long time.
Natalie, I was investing my time for future gains and goals.
That's what I'm trying to say. And that's the same thing.
But at the time, it was almost a hobby. It was almost a hobby because no one was making any money off YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. You can't generalize because it depends on the situation, but some people will do it just like you did it. And look, long term, there were gains. Just like when I submit 6 more assets for a brand, long term, there's more gains.
No. Okay, the biggest fraud in the US is internships. It's so bullshit.
Agreed.
Internships are ridiculous.
I'm not saying that you should not pay someone.
Yeah. But can imagine me? I'm gonna enter and some place and fucking like a vet. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna intern at a veterinarian place for a whole ass year. That's not get logical. Paid for a signature. That's stupid. That's slave labor. That's like, what is that? Right? I don't agree with it. Some people don't agree with it because I have some comments here, right? So of other red flags in interviews.
I just want to clarify. I don't agree with not getting paid during an internship. Everyone that works for us gets paid.
Yes, right? No, of course.
So I just want to clarify that what I'm saying is if you want to get your foot in the door, you better get your fucking ass up and work.
No, I don't agree.
Okay, moving on.
All right. There's some good ass tips in this Reddit thread, right? So I always ask everyone in the room when their last vacation was during their interview.
You always ask them when their last vacation was? What a great question.
That's really great.
Wow.
Because it goes to show like how demanding is that job.
Let's turn the tables.
Oh my God, you such an employer.
I'm the employee. And the person asked me that. It's an interesting question, but I'm like already thinking about vacation? Ooh.
It's basic human nature to have relax.
You see it differently. I see it differently.
Wow, we're so different.
We're 2 different employers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we are.
I had an owner of a restaurant tell me, if you have a problem, don't come to me because you won't like how I fix it. Yeah, keep your job. I'm not gonna work for you. Trying to get you to agree to start before they tell you what you'll get paid, which was the one that I said. Right. If you hear the word sales mentioned anywhere in the job description, then sales will be your main job.
What job isn't sales?
Yeah, I mean, people avoid
every job. Not
everybody wants to do sales.
Yeah, but there's a little bit of sales in everything. Let's be honest here.
If I'm gonna lay concrete on pavement, that's not sales.
You sold yourself to that person to be able to do that job.
Oh my God. Yes. Okay. No.
So a red flag for me is if they're disrespecting others in front of me. In general, I think it goes to show like the tone of the workplace and like, oh, is that what's going to happen to me? Like behind closed doors, in front, like I don't like that, you know?
Yeah. One of them was belittling people or employees that enter the room as the interview is going on.
Yeah. Because it shows a lot about the workplace dynamic, which I think is very important.
We'll start you at a minimum and we'll reevaluate in a month. Because then
what kind of job is it though?
Someone responded, which ends up turning into a year.
Well, then you're out after the month. You got to be on it. Yeah.
That person was replied, my wife's company has been dangling a promotion for the past 2 years. And he was replied, there is no promotion. So they're being led on.
Yeah. Here's a big one. I think that people don't think about is values. Do your values align with the values of who you're being employed by? The reason being...
Damn, Natalie, you and I are different.
No, let's talk about this. Why do I think that? Remember, so here's a little story. Our editor who used to work for us, he was in Los Angeles. So we went there, we were like relaxing and having dinner. And then he literally wouldn't tell us who was his employer. And we were like, Alejandro.
His new employer.
We're like, Alejandro, what are you doing? He's like, guys, I'm too ashamed. I can't tell you. So I'm starting to think like, what is he doing? Is he doing porn?
I was thinking some dark web shit.
Is he doing some dark web shit? Like, so the whole meeting as we're eating, I'm trying to ask him, Alejandro, like, what's going on? What are you doing? You know? And then he didn't tell us, right?
Yeah.
At the end of it, we were stalking his Twitter page. We were literally stalking him. Like, what's this guy working at? We found a pic that he was being tagged in. And it turns out he was working for a political company that his personal beliefs didn't align with. So he was miserable at work. Imagine recording somebody whose personal beliefs you don't align with. I think values are huge.
That's so difficult. That's really tough. I think this gets a little political, what I'm about to say, but
sorry guys.
There is a pharmacy who's in trouble recently. Not the pharmacy per se, but an employee at the place, right? So it's a nurse. I don't know what it's, nurse practitioner, registered nurse. I don't know, whatever. They work at a pharmacy. They have to give people their prescriptions. And one of those prescriptions is birth control.
Oh, God.
They don't believe in abortion.
Wait, sorry, I'm confused. Who doesn't believe in abortion?
The employee there doesn't believe in abortion. And in their mind, birth control is a form of abortion.
Okay, so why doesn't the person just go somewhere else to get it?
First of all, it's wrong. It's a big company.
It. Yeah. Oh.
It's a big company.
So it's like
the employees, gatekeeping. The employee, right, cannot say what the big company thinks of, you know? First of all, if you have to give pills away or birth control, like, and you don't agree with it, why did you follow that career? Like you're doing something that you don't agree with, you know?
The thing is, it's easy to point fingers, but a lot of people do jobs that they don't love. Like a lot of people will go to school and at the very end, after they are thousands of dollars in debt, they're going to be like, I hate this, or I don't believe in this, or things in the industry change. So it is hard to predict, I feel.
I know, but at the same time, you know, it's just difficult. The whole values thing, the whole working for other people and the red flags, the topic that just came up. It's like, it's tough because there's always that like perspective of the employee, the perspective of the employer, and everybody's trying to like undercut the other. One wants to get paid well, the other one wants to save money, and it's like, it's just difficult. It's a very difficult transaction between people, and they got to keep it professional.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah. Okay. A lighter note. Hit us with that song that we something happy, hopefully, that we haven't heard recently. Oh yeah. Is that a TikTok trend? Brought to you by no one.
Natalie's Outlet.
No, we're not sponsored yet. So normally this is a game where I tell you a TikTok trend and you tell me if it's real or not.
Oh God, these are scary.
This one's fun. It's a fun one. So in the past couple of days, there's been a war taking place inside of stores that not a lot of people are paying attention to.
A war?
Yes, that war is between 3 brands. Yeti, Hydro Flask.
Oh, I've heard of this.
And the new competitor, Stanley.
Stanley's in the house.
Hydro Flask has recently been placing their products on sale while people desperately search for Stanley bottles at Targets, sometimes even making trips to 3 to 4 Targets and still not being able to find the product.
Unheard of, first of all, that Hydro Flask, freaking expensive ass
bottles
are being put on sale. That's very interesting. Seems like competition's hot.
Yeah.
And Stanley cups, I have not heard of this. I have not seen this. Dennis has shown me this. Tell me more.
So I went to the gym yesterday and I saw 3 Stanley cups. That's ridiculous already.
3 already. So what's the deal? What's the hype? I don't get it.
It's just, they say it's cute, first of all. That the colors are cute.
I have to agree. They're cute. Hydro Flasks, not as cute, but they're customizable or whatever. There was like that whole thing.
This kind of gives me the vibes of like Moleskine. So do you remember how Moleskine was always like black?
Yes.
Like super professional.
Yes.
Kind of masculine, you know, like a little bit like that. Well, Hydro Flask was very dark colors. This is from my memory. I'm trying to like stick to it, like, but I could be wrong. Hydro Flask was always darker colors, and then occasionally, more now that it's predominantly women that purchase Hydro Flask, they started releasing like pastels and lighter tones.
Super cute.
At Whole Foods, and they would sell out like instantly, right? What's up with women buying water bottles? It's crazy.
It's like an obsession. Like you want to get in your, what is it, 8 glasses a day, 64 ounces, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a thing.
Do you feel like water bottles are representative of the person that's carrying them?
I mean, I don't know. For me, I try to get one that represents my personality. So yeah, I always go for like light blues, like pinks, pastels, gradients.
So it is.
Fun one.
Debbie, I know you don't have a camera today, but what are your thoughts? What about water bottle? Does it matter to you? Yes or no? Just water bottle.
I use everything. Like I don't care.
He uses plastic.
Plastic water bottles.
Boss.
Wow.
Damn, boss.
That's
he's using that glass
stuff.
Bottle. So David, can you please hit that first link of that TikTok so we can all bask in the glory of Stanley, which is in fact a trend, right? I wanted to stay.
I didn't mention how ugly our set looks today. Our set looks really ugly today because we are yet to get our beautiful sign. So once we get it, I want you guys to comment below if you like it because we worked very hard.
Okay, start that one from the beginning, please.
Oh God, what is it?
And hit play. Yeah.
It just reminds me of like all the phases of fashion that you go through. Like when, I don't know, like, what is it? The low rise jeans. I mean, they became a thing again, but like all of those little things.
I think, first of all, Stanley's pushing something on TikTok because this mainly came out through there. Their big thing is the handle.
It's all those user generated.
The handle for them is their, unique trait that Hydro Flask doesn't have. Hydro Flask is all about holding it from the top, from the lid.
Which is so uncomfortable.
This one's from the side, and they have versions without the handle, so they can serve for both types of people, right?
Where's it from? Like what's
Stanley? I think is like a vintage American company. It's actually a lot of people said that they asked their parents for Stanley, and they were given like old vintage ones from like their grandparents.
Wow. So
it's honestly a hardware. From last time I checked, it's a hardware brand. And it was mostly for like men's coffee mugs and stuff like that.
Interesting.
It's very interesting that they pivoted into like women's, like I say women's, but it's just water bottles in general. Do you want to hit us with one of the other TikToks, Debbie, so that we can also watch and see more?
That's interesting. What will the next one be? So she's grabbing a little cute pink and blue. Holy cow, she's taking 1, 2, 3, 5 different. Okay, no girl. Who's purchasing that, sweetie?
So she grabbed 5.
How much are these Stanley cups?
Okay, someone in the comments said $80. I don't believe it.
No freaking way.
I don't think.
I'm gonna search.
They got to be at least. Now. They got to be $50. I'm going with 50 because
who bought that for
Hydro
her?
Flask, I think, were like $45, which is already expensive. So I think just Stanley cups in general are probably 50. So yeah, somebody watched that TikTok in particular, the one that we just saw, and they said that's why they're sold out in a day.
Confirming they are $50.
I couldn't get one.
Well, some are $72. What the hell?
Meanwhile, I'm stuck in 2012 with my Hydro Flask. I'm too poor to pay $40 for it. Five Below, here I come.
You know what that reminds me of? Whenever I go to the gym, I feel like such a poser now with my headphones. Okay, I started using these headphones. I used to use the
earbuds,
the little earbuds, right? Now it feels like everybody in the gym has these headphones, and I just feel funny. These are more comfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
Those aren't the exact ones that you wear.
No, I know, but they're much more comfortable
over the ear.
With. Yeah, so I think that's gonna be really funny. I wonder if I would feel uncomfortable now walking around with a. It's
really interesting seeing Gen Z at the gym because it's like white Converse. It's like the Stanley Cup. It's the over the ear, over the top headphones with like, they're usually like Beats headphones. And it's just interesting seeing how culture, you know, like I saw Stanley Cups and I knew I was going to see them at the gym. It's crazy.
Wow. They don't feel like a gym thing for me. That's interesting.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Well, anyways, so this leads me into my question. Have you ever been influenced into purchasing things? And if yes, what types of things have you bought?
Everything and anything. I get influenced all the time. It's actually really wild because I was looking at this video from Farsali, and he was talking about that Morphe makeup shut down in all US. Morphe. Did you know that? Yeah. All their stores.
Holy fuck. That actually caught me off guard. I did not expect that.
Yeah. A $2 billion business shut down.
They recently opened one, and by recent, I mean 1 year ago, at the Florida Mall.
Correct. So they were actually bought out by investors. And so what ended up happening is that they used to be on the map with like influencers. There was a lot of brand awareness. You had Jaclyn Hill promoting them. You had James Charles. You had Jeffree Star. I think they even did something maybe with Shane. I'm not really sure.
Charli D'Amelio.
They did something with Charli D'Amelio. Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
And it reminds me a lot of how Becca Cosmetics blew up because of Jaclyn Hill. Right. Yeah. And so I think that there is so much influence in influencers.
So what the hell happened to Morphe?
They got bought out.
But that's crazy. I don't understand.
I don't have the full story, but what I'm trying to say is like me personally, when I was not doing well with my finances, as we started this episode, I realized last year I spent $27,000 on Amazon.
Yep. You told us last episode. No,
terrible.
2 episodes ago.
Very, very bad. And so all of it was just, oh, a girl would promote this lipstick. Oh my God, I want that. Oh, somebody would promote this hair weave. Oh, I want that. And like all of a sudden I have products. And you know what I've learned with budgeting?
Tell me.
I'm appreciating things more now. Like all of a sudden I took out all my stickers that I haven't used in years. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so fun. Like you learn to kind of appreciate it more. So yes, I've been influenced into purchasing a lot of things, as have you, because you're a big fashion guy. You love Supreme. You love all of these brands. You're wearing an off-white shirt right now. So like, tell me about that. Because I think that's very interesting.
I think, okay, first of all, influence is big, right? Subliminal influence, just being like ads everywhere, you know, big tech companies wanting to know what you want to purchase, purchasing habits, you know, sponsorships work because people have influence. It's like it's so, there's so much to it, first of all, right? But basically, I am giving Off-White, for example, in this, I'm wearing an Off-White shirt, free promo, right? And I don't know if I influence anybody here or whatever. You never know. Or I'm a walking billboard, literally for free, right?
Yeah, that's why they say the best products are the products you wear.
Not even just for free. I paid to be a walking billboard. Is that not terrible? That's crazy, right?
But you enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
There's pleasure in that.
But it's just saying that makes me feel stupid. Right? It's like ridiculous. It's really funny.
I think it's really ridiculous because a lot of the shirts, like personally speaking, that shirt looks so average.
Yeah.
And it just has a logo on it.
So
So that's brand.
It just depends though, because like there is some stuff that is quality products. You know, I recently stumbled upon quality perfume. There's a niche perfume market.
You would know this. Chanel number 5.
No, that's designer.
Oh.
That is less than niche.
What is a niche?
Niche is $500 perfumes.
Like what?
$600 perfumes.
Ooh.
And based on these perfume TikToks, people, there's smells that you have never smelled before. Ever. You've never smelled these smells.
Interesting.
You've never smelled these.
Anyways, smelly smells.
These smelly smells that smell smelly. And they're in that every time they go out, they get asked, what perfume are you wearing?
Okay, so tell me about those.
That's strong.
Wow.
Anyways, but they don't market. They don't promote. They don't do any of that. They didn't do any of that influencing because they gatekeep.
I want to know about these.
Right. But anyways, influence. Instagram is my number one influencer. I get influenced by brands on TikTok and once in a while, but it's mostly Instagram. Mm-hmm. What is Supreme releasing this week? What kinds of jerseys are coming out in the new season? What is the new Milan jersey? What is the new Real Madrid jersey? It's like every year they come out with new jerseys. Oh, the new soccer cleats. Oh, these Hokas are for running. It's like it's everywhere.
It's crazy. Instagram has a huge influence in general. Like it seems like such a small platform, but a lot of brands just sell off Instagram.
I get influenced by Instagram the most for buying. Yeah. It's just, and like it's literally like a Sears catalog. Yeah. Like from many years ago. It's like, I'm literally looking at what I plan on buying or what I want to give my attention to in order to purchase. And it sucks. And because I know as I'm scrolling, I'm going to fall for something like New Balance.
I don't fall for anything.
Popped off. New Balance, the dad shoe. Mm-hmm. And I own now like a bunch.
Yeah.
Why? Because this big Instagram account that I really like called Hidden promotes New Balance like crazy.
Interesting.
Does Hidden get paid by New Balance? I don't know, but they don't put hashtag ad. Mm-hmm, so you just don't know, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Reminds me of all the user generated people that are creating content.
That's so big.
And how they say that like they are the influencers. I mean, things literally sell out. A girl who doesn't have a social media account, any following, she will sell out a mascara just because of the authenticity. If she's like, this works, look at it, you know?
So UGC is the topic for the next video that I was actually kind of contemplating.
I think it's interesting. It might overtake influencers.
So I'm going to pivot off of that, which is amazing, by the way. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to get notified for that next episode, UGC's user generated content.
And find out how you can make millions of dollars.
But
I'm not kidding.
Writing off influence.
Oops, my thing fell. That's all right.
You know, Gen Z gets influenced the most out of everybody.
Why would you say that?
Because they're the online the most. They live online, right? And so, you know,
I don't know if that's factual.
I'm telling you from my perspective.
Okay.
Right.
So that's not a fact.
But they get influenced in terms of good stuff, like, you know, climate change. Good stuff for the planet, you know, a lot of good stuff.
They are the generation that is labeled as activists, just so you know. Yeah.
That's wonderful. But they are influenced in terms of kind of protecting their emotions. You know, I feel like when I was younger, it was like, you know, a lot of bullies out there. There was like all these things, but it wasn't like that, like aware. No one was really like aware of it. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's more about like feelings.
So they're protective of their feelings?
Yes.
Like they won't say how they feel?
Like I'm getting triggered.
Oh.
Like saying that.
Oh, I get it.
You know? And I think that...
So like putting it on someone else, like what you're saying is triggering me.
You know, and that's what I mean by they're influenced in a positive way of letting others know how they are feeling emotionally.
But is it positive?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
So this one sign was placed up on this like restaurant or store or whatever. I don't know because it's like a viral picture that was online. And so the sign says, your triggers are your responsibility and it isn't the world's obligation to tiptoe around you. That's really powerful.
Yeah.
And it's a powerful, you know, opinion. But what are your thoughts about it? If you're triggered by something, is it up to everyone else to kind of avoid your trigger, or is it on you to kind of work on that trigger and fix it, or avoid things that trigger you?
Well, first of all, if I were to see that sign, I would be like, ooh, that's a little harsh. I don't know if I want to go in there. But I can see their perspective as well, just like I can see the other side, because it's like what they say with, like if you want to see a change in the world, you don't change the world, you change yourself.
Yeah.
So it has the same emotion behind it, right? If you're triggered by something, it's not on me to help you work it out. Like figure out why that's triggering you. And that's not always easy.
So a lot of people would rather, the word trigger is interesting because
it's triggering.
It's trigger is triggering. It is. Because for a lot of people, it's weight. For a lot of people, it's like criticisms. They want to just avoid anything that makes them feel upset, Which is so hard. So like, for example, I'll give you an example, right? Yeah.
For me, what is a trigger for me? Babies. I don't like to see babies, newborns. If I'm on my feed, if somebody's like happy 1 year to so-and-so, right? That's a trigger for me. So what do? Is I mute.
Yeah.
And I'm not going out of my way and commenting, stop posting this because it hurts my feelings because of so-and-so, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing that because I'm an adult and I'm recognizing this is hurting me. Let me find ways that it won't bother others.
So you're saying that you're actively avoiding your trigger, but you're not depriving others of enjoying in something.
Yeah, because that's messed up. Why would you do that?
So do you feel like people nowadays get easily triggered?
Yeah.
And if so, why?
Okay, let's talk about one of not my favorite movies of all time. Come on. But it's like a classic, like White Chicks. It's freaking hilarious. None of those jokes would slide nowadays. None of them. Why? It's
PC culture.
Sensitive. Yes.
It's difficult.
But I can sit and kind of laugh at it. And then I do wonder though, like what were those repercussions that those things created down the line for, it's such a big topic.
It's huge.
Yeah. But I can enjoy sit there and laugh, I guess.
So this leads
Does that make me into a bad person?
No, quite the contrary. I mean, like,
no, I'm not even asking you. It's a rhetorical question. No, it doesn't. Because I am defining, I know I'm not whatever that's saying. I'm not, but yeah. But maybe I play into that. Who knows? So
this leads me into my next question. Right, Debbie? Do you want to hit me with a song? Hit me.
Hit me. Hit me. Oh.
Wow. We haven't heard that song in a while.
I like that beat.
So this might be a triggering question. And people in the comments thought that it was a triggering question. And they asked people who don't exercise or work out, why don't you? It was very blunt like that. Like, why don't you? Right?
Why is that triggering?
I don't know.
Well, what did people say? I'm curious.
So, okay. People took it very seriously. Some people said it was triggering. Some people said that it was like, messed up that they were being so upfront about working out or whatever.
Yeah. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's ignorant of me to not know, I guess. Like, why is that triggering? But like, really, why is that triggering? I would like to know.
Well, it's a valid question.
It is a valid question.
People that don't exercise, why don't you?
They wanted to know. Yeah.
So they just wanted to know. So a lot of people actually had legitimate responses.
What did they say?
Right. Some people said pain, just straight up pain. Yeah. Like it hurts. It hurts That's to hard. Work out. Rheumatoid arthritis. They got other issues, back pain. Some days I struggle to pull on my work boots and open a jar. How can you expect me to go to the gym?
Yeah.
Reasonable. Totally reasonable, right? I just don't have the motivation. Now I'm not depressed or anything. I just don't want to go.
Yeah.
Valid. Right?
Totally.
Another person says that they were at construction and honestly, after working all day, going up and down ladders and moving equipment, I am all set. That's interesting because like my mom works really hard.
Yeah.
But I still feel like she should go to the gym. It's kind of.
But you go and tell her that.
Yeah.
And she's like, have you been making 10 beds? Yeah. Have you been doing this?
I don't know. It's difficult. I don't do her job.
Yeah.
So I only see like, you're not going to the gym. Like, so I tell her that. But I mean, she's right. She probably walks a lot at work.
Probably.
But I've never been the one that like work equals exercise. Like even if you have to walk a lot, it's never really like correlated in my mind that like work equals exercise. What do you think? I think, is that equivalent?
Well, I think because you've been fortunate enough to not have to do laborious jobs.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. Like if you are laboring, putting cement or whatever, you're going to be tired. You're not going to want to go do burpees for 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, you've been fortunate enough, I guess.
So this next segment is called Dennis's Super Random Fun Fact of the Week, brought to you by today's sponsor, Nobody. Or in this case, Natalie's Outlet. Can I hit me with a song, W?
Natalie's Outlet.
Leave the song going, but lower the volume. Lower the volume. There. Leave it. Did you know that competitive Excel spreadsheets is a thing?
I didn't.
As in the application from Microsoft.
Huh. What do you mean?
The competition is actually named the Financial Modeling World Cup, and it was live on ESPN.
Oh, shit. I would want to watch that, to be honest. Excel.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Excel is incredible. First of all, you can do so much in it. I wish I understood it. I really do. When I see my accountant doing stuff, I'm like, oh my God, what? You just got all those numbers. That's crazy, right? As somebody that has ADHD, it could be a very powerful tool. And
Yes.
for me, my type of Excel that's a much more baby Excel is worksheets. Like, it helps me, stay on track from making my bed to showering to getting ready, like crossing all that stuff off. And what does it make to make me have the best day ever? That's very helpful. So that's interesting. I never knew that. I love that.
I've read many cases in which people who are super good at Excel, I was thinking of another word, but I couldn't connect. Good at Excel, like literally go into a company, set it like up automatically to just generate numbers and stuff, and like take people's jobs away. It's crazy. So like, let's say you have 5 people crunching numbers.
Yeah, it's efficient.
Doing a bunch of stuff.
It sucks for the others.
And aren't very good at Excel. And like, they have to like manually drag and drop, and they got to all do all these things. And then like this one dude who's like proficient, that was the word, proficient in Excel, comes in and says, you know what? I'll just set all this up and these shortcuts create this. And now you got your budget. And every time you input something, it's going to do it.
Good for that person.
And then all of a sudden, all these people lose their jobs.
I know, that sucks. But it reminds me a lot of, like, first of all, you have to adapt with the times. That's the only thing. That's the only way you survive anything, everything in life. Right.
Yeah.
I remember one of your family members was complaining in Colombia, and they were like, God, I hate Ubers. And he's a taxi driver. Yes. He's like, I fucking hate Ubers. I purchased this car. I spent so much money on this car, and like, that should be illegal, And in my head, I'm like, why are you complaining? That is the new.
It's the future.
Taxi. Get with the times. Learn it. Learn about it. Instead of complaining, learn it. And then you could be like that one guy who took 5 people's jobs but made something much more efficient. They could learn that too.
So
and make more money because they're valuable.
He was a paid contractor.
Who?
That person. The Excel person.
Oh, wow.
So that's it. So that's not even a job he created for himself. Uh-huh. He went to a company, solved its issues, and left. Mm-hmm. So then it's just running on its own.
Hopefully he got a good amount of money.
So you know what's another company that's super, super known for doing stuff like that? Toyota.
What?
So automation.
But what about it? I don't understand.
So Toyota works really well, and their cars are known to be super reliable because like they cut as many steps out of a process as possible. I
love that stuff.
No cutting corners. Everything automated and like just perfect.
I'm obsessed with that stuff.
Perfection.
Like in life, I want to automate everything in my life, make it easy.
One of the companies that's really bad at automation.
Who?
Tesla.
Really? Why?
So Tesla's really known for poor automation. It's very human interactions with things. Like there's a person who's attaching the door. There's a person who's doing this and this, right? And that's good because it's like well, first of all, it increases the price of the car. There's increases the price of the car because there's more labor, but there's a lot of flaws. Yeah. And so there's like gaps in between the door and like the window. And then there's this, and then this wasn't attached properly.
Day in the life of Elon.
Yeah.
All the issues.
So Toyota had a while that they were going around Japan, and people were paying Toyota, a car company, to come into their business and fix and streamline their processes.
I love that.
There's actually a video for that.
I mean, honestly, my life coach is that. She streamlines my life, but I kind of wish there was somebody personally that can come here and be like, you could be more efficient in this. You could do this. You could do that. Because I have just learned so much about automation.
You know what the epitome of efficiency is?
What?
Shaving everything in one day. As in the everything shower. Everything
I don't know
showers.
how that relates.
Everything
to this
showers
combo.
have become very popular and they've been getting a lot of attention.
You mean getting laser?
Okay. No.
That's automating.
Everything showers have been getting a lot of attention on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's basically a maintenance day where you shave everything. Right.
Okay.
And these showers can take over an hour. Okay. But it's actually more than just shaving because it includes face masks, shaving, exfoliating.
I know this.
Dry brushing.
I'm familiar.
Hair care.
Yep.
It's basically a spa
Check
day.
it out. You can't really see it, but
Are you going to get up there?
I kind of want to show them what I have. I've showed on Instagram. I'll just read it out. I started this because, as I said, I'm somebody that wants to automate my life. And I realized every once in a while, I'm like, fuck, my legs are hairy. I can't wear a dress or whatever. That's my personal preference, right? Or, oh shit, I feel ugly because I didn't pluck an eyebrow, whatever. So I started a maintenance day where it's like a very deep shower. What you mentioned, once a month. These are the things we do, everybody. We remove my mustache.
Wow.
We remove my pubes.
Okay.
We shave.
Okay.
I wash my hair.
Okay.
It's a deep shower. I exfoliate. I do masks. I paint my toes and I put press-ons. That is my everything shower.
How long does that take?
Like an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
Yes, it does.
But it's not all in the shower.
A lot of it. No, like maybe, let's see.
How much time is in the shower?
Oh, man, maybe I'm wasting a lot of water. I should look at that. I'm shaving everything.
But like,
that's why I'm getting laser.
How long are you in the shower?
I don't know. Everybody's going to roast me. They already roasted
40
me.
40 minutes. 45 minutes in the shower?
40 minutes sounds about right.
Okay. 40 minutes in the shower. And then the other half an hour plus the 20 minutes
masks, doing my hair.
Outside of the shower. Damn. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
So appreciate what you see.
So it's basically an at-home spa day.
Yeah, baby.
Super ultra self-care.
That's what's up.
Okay. Natalie, can you hit that first TikTok for me, please? So what are your thoughts on self-care, first of all?
I love it. I think it's so important. It shows that you love yourself, that you respect yourself. It's iconic.
Show us the video, Abby.
Ooh,
there's no audio.
A lot of cute. Wow.
Good.
Incredible.
Yep. I can't. So it's crazy like that first of all, are you loyal to one brand when it comes to like care?
No, not at all.
You just use any product?
I have my favorites, but no, I'm not loyal.
And so, so that order that you specifically
I'm loyal to my skincare.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you don't like mess around and buy new skincare products. You're like, you stick to your stuff.
The brand. I stick to the brand.
Okay.
Because I have very sensitive skin.
Do you want to hit the second link, Debbie, please?
Oh my God. Me preparing for my everything shower so I can get ready to see God tomorrow night. Holy shit. So she just cracked everything. All right. Meaning it takes a long time.
How do you mentally prepare for an everything shower?
I don't. I actually fully love it.
You enjoy it?
Yes, because I feel great after. And it's kind of like a maintenance thing where, you know, I've been needing to shave. I've been needing to do this. This stuff makes me feel good. It's self-care.
So I really enjoyed that TikTok. It made me laugh a lot. And a lot of the comments were funny. It was like, everything showers have me in shambles. The everything shower that takes place right when the summer starts are the most brutal.
Oh,
I don't understand. Can you explain?
So like, I mean, okay, primarily for hair. Yeah. It's like right before summer, you're going to be wearing bikinis. You're going to want to like shave everything that you haven't all winter. Like, let's be honest, you know, is
it rough showering, like shaving down there?
Everything is rough. It's rough to be a girl.
No. Everything showers got me sitting on the floor and taking breaks in between.
That's real. That is real. You're shaving. You're like this, you know, and not to mention your toes. That's one thing I like. I wish I could go, and I can go to the salon, but I'm cheap and I don't want to be paying $45 to sit there uncomfortably and tell someone that I don't like it, you know?
And then the last comment says, I love everything showers, but they also have to come with a clean house, clean sheets, freshly washed clothes, a meal, a clean blanket, and a movie.
Yes, absolutely. That sounds like my day.
You are smiling.
Everything but the laundry. Like, I want somebody else to help me do that. Like, you know, I get help in those areas with the house cleaning and with the laundry.
So it's just a day like you work to get everything in tip top shape and order and feeling good.
Do you know what days I do that?
What days?
Once a month on Sunday when you're not here.
Okay. So you just take the time all by yourself to just do that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And you said it would take an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, about.
That's crazy.
But including everything she said the whole day. A nice meal, laundry, a clean house. Yep.
Natalie, how long when you get ready, right? Do you put cream on? I want to know if you put on facial cream.
I put cream.
On your face?
Yep.
How often do you use shampoo? How often do you shampoo?
How often do you use shampoo?
Often.
Yeah.
Cada cuánto?
Oh, no, all days.
Every day you use shampoo. Your scalp must be dry as shit.
Liar.
So let me in on a secret. I gotta say. I don't use shampoo.
I know you
And
don't.
I have not shampooed my hair in a really long time. And I have no dandruff. I have no issues. Shampoo causes your issues. I'm going with it. Hot take.
Ooh,
hot
all
take.
of a sudden, all the shampoo companies come for Dennis, try to kill him.
Head and shoulders fucking kills me.
Well, you have curly hair, so your hair is different.
Yes.
But I would say there's theories about that.
There are videos of people that have gone months with no shampoo and
That's true.
showing their hair and it looks nice. And the oil that your hair produces, sometimes, it's natural. It is enough to keep your hair nice and shiny.
I'm going to be honest. I don't like that for me.
You think it's gross?
Yeah, I'm going to shampoo my hair till the day I die.
I think if you just wash it with water and overall maintenance, so it doesn't get any smell.
I need some conditioner up in there and I need some stuff. Absolutely not.
Oh, man. Well,
some blue.
That concludes today's podcast. Thank you
guys so much for watching or listening. Sorry, I'm looking at the camera. So if you're on YouTube, you saw the visuals. If you haven't, come on over, subscribe, check us out. We're on Natalie and Dennis Show on YouTube.
And also listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.
And make sure to rate us. Give us a little 5-star rating. All right.
Hit us with that outro music, Debbie. We'll see you next Friday. Thank you for tuning in to episode 4.